going on, everybody? This is Mike, bringing you another special report. No, I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to do that. Um, uh, earlier today, hold on. Earlier today, what happened? Someone had posted somewhere. I didn't see it, but Chris McLeod over at the Full Force had posted a picture of an image of let's see if I can find it again real quick. An image of that someone else had posted or had typed out or whatever the case may be, that 6-inch GI Joes are coming. So with that really being said, trying to see if I can find that image. I don't know if he took it down too or what. I'm going to talk about it, and nobody's going to silence me. I don't care who they are, what they're going to do. That's just all it's to it. But anyways, so here's the gist of it. Someone posted that G.I. Joe is coming out of the 6-inch line. You're getting Duke, Snake Eyes, Scarlet, Destro, and Roadblock. And so, of course, hold on a second. And so that's the whole deal. There were 5 figures coming out, 6-inch line. Everyone's calling bullshit, yada, 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 whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then someone I know messaged me who has a wholesaler license. And I'll go by the conversation, but I will not say the man's name. A real good friend of mine. He doesn't want to jeopardize anything. And hold on a second. Yeah, people can't read. Anyways, the guy reached out to me, and at first I didn't recognize, what he was talking about, but he says, "But it is," and then later on he says, "It is true. I'm not sure who is leaking this, but it is true. I just ordered them from my store site." And I said, "What, the 6-inch Joes?" Thumb emoji up. I said, "I'm waiting to hear back from someone else on it." So he goes on to say, "So my vendor was prancing me with the orders for the new Star Wars line, and so so apparently that's what started it." And he said, "So you're telling me my person was pranking him?" And I asked him if it was a certain vendor, and he says he has several. He doesn't want because of it. Then I told him who I was calling. I have one wholesale account, and that is with Entertainment Earth. And people are sitting there saying, "Are you taking the risk of actually losing your license?" Let's put it this way, folks. I don't care if they stop selling to me, because you know why? They're the slowest cocksucking motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. They get shit way after people like your brick and mortars, your BBTS, your TS Source. Mainly I get it for Transformers and a few pops here and there. But the case being is that they just take way too long. And then by the time my cost plus the shipping, I might as well just twiddle my thumbs and wait for it to get it in store. Hell, there are times that I go to the store and buy my stuff and keep the receipts and take it back. So yeah, I'm not really kind on Entertainment Earth, doing whatever, but I'll get to the point of what they'll do when they find this out. And I don't want to be linked to whatever. Okay, yeah, this one I didn't want to be linked to anything. So anyways, I call my wholesaler. My guy's out. And so they said, "Well, we can get you someone who's filling in for him, yada, yada, yada." Okay, cool. So he gets on the phone, and I said, "Hey, man, I was just curious. is there something, because usually Entertainment Earth calls dealers and they're like, oh, hey, by the way, this is coming out. Secret, hush, hush, don't talk about it. And he says, and I asked him, I said, is there any truth to this 6-inch GI Joe coming out? Oh yeah, man, there really is, and this is yada yada, all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh wow, okay, great. So I say, what is the um, what's the case count? What's in it? How much is it? Stuff of that nature. And he says, yeah. So the case count is there's 6 in a case, and they cost X amount of dollars. And I really don't want to give up my actual case count, I guess you'd say. And so I tell them, I ask them, what's what is it? I mean, what exactly are we getting? What characters? What figures? And all this other stuff. And he goes into to tell me that the line is called GI Joe. What's it, GI Joe classification or something along those lines? I can't remember exactly the word for word now. And so I said, "Can you tell me who's coming in it?" And he says, you get 2 Snake Eyes, 1 Duke, 1 Scarlet, 1 Roadblock, and 1 Destro. So with that being said, and of course everyone's asked me, they're like, well, is there a link? Yada yada yada. And I'm like, no, not really. To be honest, I really can't. There's not a link because they don't let us link these up until you know until they can really put them up for pre-order online. So the gist of the story is that there is a first wave coming out, slated to come out around June, July, according to Entertainment Earth, which is usually a month behind. And then, but the images, pictures, everything will be released at Toy Fair next month. So that is really all I have on that, to be honest with you. So you have to forgive me. I'm looking at a couple of things at the same time. I know there's some people over here talking about it in the His Tanks, and they were, the line is called, I wrote down here, GI Joe Classified is the line, 6-inch line. And from my understanding from someone else, that there's a possibility that we'll get this line around June, July, and then maybe right before the movie, after the movie, since it comes out in the fall, there might even be a movie line 6-inch. And then maybe like another wave early 2021. So I know a lot of people on here do not want to, do not really, you're not keen on 6-inch by any means of the imagination. Yeah, so I'm not the only one to talk about this. There are a lot of people talking about this. Um, you have to forgive me, I'm reading posts as I go along. Someone's asking for like a 6-inch Sunbow Duke. I don't think something like that would happen. I don't know. It makes you wonder. It's 4 months before the movie. So I mean, that's got a few of those. Forgive me, I'm reading at the same time I'm doing this. So yeah, so 2025 for Joe in a new scale with no vehicles. I will be starting a new scale, so that's money saved for me. Yeah, and Marauder Rubin, he posted the picture as well over on his over on his Facebook page. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, 100% confirmed. 6-inch action figures, GI Joes, Snake Eyes, Robot, Duke, Scarlet, Destro, and a good portion of these people are like, um, um, are really kind of like no. A lot of people have always been no, and there's always been that handful of collectors that want it 6-inch line. So it makes you, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of happy for it, but then of course I'm kind of picking and choosing what I'm going to continue getting. Um, Maybe a first wave I would consider getting just for the sheer fact of collectability later on down the road. Um, you know, to say I have it. I think the only other 6-inch before that was maybe can't remember if Sigma Six if they were 6 inches or not. I thought they were. Maybe they were 7 or they were a little bigger. I can't remember exactly. I mean, we're talking about hopefully doing a correct scale, I guess is what you'd say. I'm trying to find my screen share, which we know I'm all oh so good with that. Yeah, so we should be seeing that. Yeah, 100% confirmed. Snake Eyes, Roblox, Duke, Scarlet, Destro. And this is someone who posted it that, he saw it somewhere else. So he's not like a retailer or anything. Um, yeah, I think Ruben's right, man. It's kind of like you sit there and you sit there and you sit there and you say, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to get 6-inch lines. But when there's really nothing out there but that, that's pretty much it. Now, one thing I will tell you that, yeah, Melvin, I have to agree with you on that. That Bobby did kind of say that, but you know, um, what can we say? I mean, maybe these people could have been lying to him, so leaked information didn't get out there. But but here's something that's very interesting. And I mentioned something about jazz wares to my rep or the rep filling in. And his exact words, which really blew me completely out of the field on this, and take this completely with a whole grain of salt. Don't take my word for it. Don't sit there and say, "Oh, Mike Tennell said it was happening, so it's got to be true." Trust me, anything I say doesn't mean it's going to be true. But he said something about jazzwares, and I said, "Well, is Jazzwares going to be doing the 6-inch line?" He says, "No, Hasbro is going to be doing the 6-inch line." He said, and I'm just going off what this guy said. The rumor is that Jazzwares is supposed to do a 3 3/4 scale figure. That is the rumor. Whether that's true or not, it's a different story. Whether it comes to light is a totally even bigger story. Let's be honest, even those who say no, if they can. And I don't think the figures they're going to do in this first wave are very important or very anything. I really think um, I really think the Duke, the Snake Eyes, the just in general, all of them. Duke, Snake Eyes, Scarlet. Roadblock of all people. I mean, come on, let's be honest. You got to have a dog somewhere, I guess. I don't really truly believe Roadblock would be a great figure. But Destro, I kind of digging to see because that's something I would really want. But knowing that They could have done something else to really get their revenue going. And that could have been troop building, a bat. If they had done a bat and put it, let's say, put that two per case, man, the nerd orgasms there would have been is crazy. Especially you troop builders. I got friends who said that, oh, if they were to do 6-inch GI Joe, I'd get on it because I do Black Series. So yeah, I agree. They're going to do it now, so that's good to hear. Again, I mean, I know there's been a lot of talk that it was going to happen, not going to happen, but it is. I mean, I can 100% say that Hasbro is going to do a 6-inch line of figures because I have a wholesale account. It was offered to me today. It makes you wonder if that evergreen they're talking about, because of the rep saying a rumor was a 3 3/4 going to Jazzware. So maybe Jazzware will get the evergreen. I mean, I don't know what's going on. All I know is just keep it tuned, come around Toy Fair, because that's where they're going to reveal everything, unless there's already some pictures already out there floating around that I have not seen yet. I'm just reading the post as I go along. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, that's all I really know. I mean, just what I can, say that I know off, for 100% fact is that it's happening. And I, per se, I did not order a case. I had no intentions to, because the way I see it is that Hasbro's going to more or less have it out on Pulse first, maybe Amazon, and then everyone else will trickle in after that. BBTS, other online retailers. I just feel like I just don't see where that will really happen. Apparently, I guess wherever it was said, we'll try to find out where this was. Okay, it was originally posted. Need Essentials online. Apparently, they posted the story, and Entertainment Earth had told me that they had heard where stuff was being released online, forum boards, stuff of that nature. And I told them, I said, "How do you think I found out about it?" I said, "Usually my guy calls me something. He knows I do GI Joe and Transformers mainly, and the occasional pop. But he was like, he usually calls me, but apparently he's not in today, so he probably would have called me tomorrow." And it's kind of like, I don't know. It's a little. Oh, there's Ruben. There's Ruben. Wonder when he was going to get there. Man, Ruben, I need to get you on the chat. I know you'd be talking some major shit. You're probably still at work. You're a real adult. You got a real job. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, they told me that they had reached out to whoever had done it or whatever the case may be, and they were told to take it down. And then on top of it, apparently whatever order they put in, it was canceled. So I mean, by doing this, I take the risk of it being an order being canceled. But I didn't put one in, so I really don't give two shits, to be honest with you, if they were to cancel my GI Joe order, because it'll probably hit Pulse. Hell, it might even hit retailers, brick and mortar stores, before it was to even to get to me, because they are. I mean, I've gone and I've posted on the Twitter and not argue, but and I've commented pretty hard and heavy on it. Best rating you would have. Oh, Ruben's so full of himself. He's so funny. Hey, I got 15 viewers right now. Doing pretty good, Ruben. You're not even in here. That's okay. Ruben, you're welcome anytime. Anytime you want to do a show with me, you come on and do it. I think you'd be more fit to do Angry Mike than you would be G.I. Joe. But so yeah, so I mean, I take the risk of losing the order if I was to have one in, which I did put an order in, but I would. I mean, there is a risk of, I guess, them canceling my account. And I mean, that's something I kind of don't want to lose because I get really good deals on my Takari masterpieces by using them. But I usually don't order too many of those. Usually I help local friends out with that shit. So it really wouldn't bother me too much if they were to say, "Oh, hey, we saw what you did, and we're going to have to cancel your account." Well, you're going to have to. Hey, man, my mom's dead. She's not watching. But anyways, it would be more of a. It would be more of a. It wouldn't hurt my feelings. I have literally, I think, 3 things on order, which is my black arachnias, which still haven't hit, and BBTS already has theirs. Uh, Burning Convoy, which is the Optimus Primal masterpiece, which is like I call it the Jolly Rancher one. And then I have an order that's getting ready to hit. Actually, they sent me an email today. It's the 8-inch or 18-inch Funko Pop Batman. Super crazy deal on those. I couldn't pass it up. So, but if they were to cancel all that, I mean, they just have to understand it, I guess. Give a few refunds here and there. That's about it. And that's another thing about my wholesaler is that I would have, basically I would have to charge people in advance to get this stuff, even though I don't have it. When other line on, like BBTS, Pulse, they don't charge you for it until it gets there. So it's kind of hard to compete with stuff like that. Ooh, Deluxe loves Jolly Ranchers. But so yeah, that's the deal on that. So if you're a 6-inch person of action figures, GI Joe's going to come out with theirs again. Toy Fair will be the reveal. The ship date, online date, to my understanding, was June, July, with there possibly being a second wave around the release of the movie for movie ones, and then early 2021, a third wave. And then depending on that, whether they'd actually do anything really good, whether they would continue dumping money into it or not. Again, my rep did say also, rumor, not 100% whatsoever at all, was that Jazzwares would possibly be doing the 3 3/4 line, so that might be where we see this evergreen. So it's kind of like we just don't know what's going to happen on it. So it's kind of like, obviously I'm not the only one talking about this or reporting it out there. Someone had mentioned, I gotta find it again over here on Hiss, and I saw it through Ruben and Chris McLeod. Oh yeah. Apparently, Yak Face and Fly Guy Toys both posted the wave listing not long ago now, and that was about an hour or so ago, I guess. So yeah, that's all I really have, I guess. I mean, I just found it very interesting. Chris McLeod also pointed it out over on his page somewhere. I guess he posted. I thought it was on his regular page. Maybe he posted it over on the Full Force. let's see. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, the post was removed. So here's the info that was taken down about the possible Wave 1 G.I. Joe 6-inch toys. Yeah, it posted on today. G.I. Joe's coming back, and now we know it's going to be a 6-inch format like Star Wars Black. The case will include the following: Duke, Snake Eyes, Destro, Scarlet, Roadblock. More info coming soon, including the price point. I will update you once I know. I can almost give you a I have not heard anything about a G.I. Joe TV series. Yes, there, Debbie. I know what my case assortment cost. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to think these figures are going to be somewhere around 20 to my selling point. They're suggested would probably be. I think Fred was right. Somewhere between 20 and 25. Jesus. I want to sit there and say maybe around 20. I want to say probably on Pulse. I would sit there and say they're going to be $19.99. Through Entertainment Earth, I want to say $23.99 or $22.99. I think that's what my suggested retail price is going to be. Again, there's always 6 per case. So if you wait to play the brick and mortar thing, just know that only a full case comes with a full, just an extra Snake Eyes. So if you go to a store and there's one Snake Eyes hanging on the shelf, you done missed out. And as far as like the brick and mortars, don't know if this is going to be a Target, Walmart exclusive. I can't see it being that way, but I really think we'll Wave there better than Cobra Commander Bears. I think okay, if Black Series is $22.99, that's what I'm going to put them at. I want to say that's what they'll probably be at. I mean, yeah, I think they're going to get whatever they can out of it, because of the sheer fact that if it bombs, which, according to most of the fandom who don't want it, but it makes you wonder if that's the only G.I. Joe out there, I'm probably going to have to buy it. Me per se, sadly, I know a lot of people know that I'm really, big in the G.I. Joes and stuff of that nature. But as of late, I got out of a lot of the G.I. Joes, sold off a lot of my collection, have very, very, I mean, literally very little. I mean, I probably have less than 50 figures left is what I have. Ruben, you're going to hoard them all in your room and wait and then flip them on the black market. You sack of shit. I know you'll do it. But yeah, you're right. In some aspects, when there's no G.I. Joe on the shelf, I mean, yeah, you're like, well, it's either this or nothing. And there's no collector's club. And that's probably some of the reason why I'm putting this out there is because, like someone asked me about, losing my account or losing an order, which I don't care whether I lose that. My point in doing this and exposing Hasbro for the ass hats they fucking are is for really a couple of reasons. One is that you took the Transformer Collectors Club away and then you ended up taking G.I. Joe away, but you offered it back to Savage and he turned you down. You did that so you can build up your fucking HasCon, lame duck con that sucked big donkey balls and never did nothing after that. And you postponed it, which basically means is a kind word that you canceled it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this is that you fucked up my adulthood collector's items. And yeah, maybe I'm throwing a little titty fit, but that's okay. I really don't give a fuck. And then the other one would be, what's that? And then the other one would be the way how y'all did dirty to Daryl DePriest, Bobby Valla, and everyone who worked on GI Joe. You let them go, and you let some other guy who knows not jack shit about the brand take over. So, and knowing that y'all are doing the freaking Lightning collection for Power Rangers, which by the way sucks big balls, looks like hot garbage. So, you people who are so excited to get the 6-inch line, just imagine your 6-inch GI Joes possibly looking like fucking Lightning collection and that big piece of shit. I think it looks like garbage. Saban was doing a good job when they were doing their own action figures, in my opinion. That's my 2 cents. Y'all can go and take it for what it's worth, buy it. I don't care. It's just, that's one of the reasons why I did this. You know, it's just a little irritating that people are kind of that way, and Hasbro did, people dirty, and granted, I know it's a business and all that, but I mean, what can I say? I mean, fuck them. I don't care. What's Hasbro done for me? They ain't struck nothing of mine. They're not making me happy. I mean, yeah, I'm getting the Siege line. That's all great and everything, but I mean, where's GI Joe? You basically sat on GI Joe's shit on it and said, forget GI Joe. You know, we're going to give you this, and you nerds will fucking like it. You nerds will buy it all, and you'll love it, and this and that. Power Rangers forever, man. I'm sorry, everyone. That Power Ranger line sucks so bad, so horrible. They are ugly looking. They do not even look really that great. So that just gives you a big idea of what's going to happen. So hold on a second. Let me get through here real quick. Would be sweet if the two Snake Eyes per case met one, version 2. Someone said that if there was 2 Snake Eyes per case, would it be cool if there was a version 1 and version 2? Man, I don't think we're going to get all those versions. I just don't think that's going to happen. That is a rabbit hole they're not going to go down unless this takes off like gangbusters. Yeah, they're not going to do something that simple to make everyone happy. I can't see. Someone said something about a Chase figure. Man, we're talking about 6-inch figures, not Funko Pops. I gotta throw that out there. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, I can't see them doing a chase. I don't know if anyone doing chases in action figures. Is anyone even aware of that? I'm not for sure. But people suck those up as well. So I don't see how making 1/12 figures will boost sales. It will still. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe they think that possibly by opening up to a 6-inch, they're opening up to a wider market of people. Maybe there's people out there who collect 6-inch figures and that's it. I have a friend who that's all he collects is 6-inch figures, and he said that if Hasbro was to do GI Joe, especially the troops, he would jump all over that. Which he was like, if they did, bats, if they were to do the bat, I mean, just imagine, you could make a buttload of money off of that. I turn that off. Oh, that's why she called back toys. So yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Oh gosh, there is no, that. Damn it, Ruben, for a smart ass, you are smart sometimes. That would be insane, but they would have mentioned that probably. And the price point, my case assortment wouldn't be this cheap if there was a Build-A-Figure in there. I just can't see that happening. But that's all I know about that. So that's all I can really do. I know I posted it on the the Facebook group I manage, the Collectors Club, the End. Um, so I don't know where else you might find it at. No, Fred said that if they do not come with if they don't come with vehicles, he's not doing it. So he wants 6-inch vehicles to go with his 6-inch Joes. So, well, cool. We had quite a few people. I appreciate it. The ones who stayed throughout this whole little rant I've done. So yeah, I did go out there. I did put it out there. I told Hasbro's business like I was a 12-year-old schoolgirl who just kissed the boy behind the cafeteria and did not give two shits about what his girlfriend thought. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and always remember that this channel is not for fucking children. So get the fuck off my channel if you're a child. And have a good night, and we'll talk to you later. Good night.